talking about them in these lives.
Doing subliminals.
Woo! All right, I'm so excited.
We do subliminals on people here. Young activists.
Hey guys, Young Activist back here with another video today. And today, I'm sorry, guys, it's just real good to see you guys. I'm really excited to talk about this issue because yesterday I was communicating on my personal page with one of my friends named Andrea Chavez, and I shared a picture of Joel Embiid, the star center for the Philadelphia 76ers, and he was holding like his arms around this white girl. She looked like a white girl at least, and was like, "Happy Valentine's Day, love." And like, if you actually read the descriptions of the comments, all these people was just like, "Man, you don't have a black woman with you, black this, black that. See, every time y'all niggas get rich, y'all always go to to a white girl. What the hell's wrong with y'all? Blah blah blah." And so when I shared that post, a lot of people got very defensive and say, "Hey man, at the end of the day, yo, what's good with you?
How you doing? Shalom.
Good seeing you. Good seeing you. We're doing all right, But basically, that was going on. So, and then there was like, nah, she's actually not even white. She's I believe they said like Venezuelan or something South America basically. And so that was the defense. And people were like, you can marry whoever you want. Well, I want to know your opinion about exactly how you feel towards interracial relationships, or can you love somebody outside your race? And so this is me explaining my personal opinion, but also, thus saith the Lord God opinion towards, interracial relationships and marriage. So how I want to kind of start this off is I want to, talk about first and foremost, let's look at the statistics, not even the statistics. Let's just look at facts. 9 times out of 10, when a black man gets a lot of riches, wealths, and fames, who does he end up getting with? Who does he end up marrying?
A white woman.
A white woman?
White woman. Or Asian woman.
An Asian woman? Who's Michael Jordan with right now?
White woman.
Shalom, Bettina. Good seeing you. Good seeing you.
Shalom. Sis.
So Dave Chappelle's with a white woman, right?
No, Dave Chappelle's with an Asian woman.
So Dave Chappelle's with an Asian woman. Michael Jordan's with who?
A white woman.
A white woman. Who's a couple different other ones I'm trying to think of.
To be honest,
Michael B. Jordan.
Michael B. Jordan loves white women.
Michael B. Jordan loves white women.
Kyrie Irving loves white women.
Kyrie Irving loves white women.
Now, I want y'all to understand this. Before I had a true understanding of who I was as a human being and what I should be doing on this planet, I love white women.
Oh, so, man.
Like, you got to, go ahead.
See, first and foremost, we got to realize, the thing is as a community and as black people, we have to understand that you have to love yourself before you love anybody else. Talking about personally, but also when you're talking about other race, you can't deal with nobody else unless you completely understand yourself and how to handle yourself in your own community. See, what we tend to do is when we get a lot of money, we believe we're better than. So guess what we end up doing? Being with the race we believe is better than. White women. White women this, white women that. Nick Cannon actually stated a couple weeks in an interview.
Hey, Nick
Cannon.
I was thinking the same thing. I was just about to get on it.
Nick Cannon said in an interview a couple weeks back, he was like, see, when you get on that high pedestal, when you get real famous and out there, what we tend to do is we tend to use white women as the trophy. It's a trophy wife. It's a segment. It's basically an example of how far you went in life, that you get that signature white woman. It's almost like
you enslaved us and you broke our back, and now I get to have
Tracy.
your woman. That's what this man is
basically
saying.
He's like, now since I get to have y'all woman, since y'all slave masters was acting a certain type of way, now I get to have y'all woman. Y'all white woman's with me now. That means I'm well loved. That's my trophy right there. That's my trophy wife to show you I can make it in y'all's. And the thing is, a lot of people gave Nick Cannon, flack for that, and I feel him. Why do you have to be with the oppressor to be able to show a sign that you're in a successful position in life? Why do you have to be with a white woman? You look at all these entertainers, even Kevin Hart, for example. Kevin Hart at one point, actually, he ended up divorcing his darker skinned wife to be with a lighter skinned woman. And she was with him and hands down with him his entire comedic career till he got to a certain point on that icon level, and he left her real fast. Ben Simmons, he's with the white woman. Travis Scott, he's with Kylie Jenner. Kanye West. All these people believe that they have to be with the oppressor in order to succeed. Why do you have to be with the white woman to succeed in life?
See, what it is, it's called fetishization. So the same way white men fetishize women of like other nationalities, so they fetishize black women, they fetishize Hispanic women. The black man fetishizes white women. That's what that's called. We don't even see the white women as actual people. We see them like, as you're saying, like trophies.
As a golden ticket.
Yeah. I got a golden ticket.
I got a golden ticket to the entrance of success.
Now I can get out the hood and be with my wife.
Master should be so proud of me that I got one of them white girls.
You know what? I want a white woman because it looks like my God.
Woo-wee. I'll tell you, Jesus will love me right now.
Actually, when you look at even Travis Scott, if you look at the video he did, what was that? Stop Trying to Be God video. He's like essentially saying, because he has Kylie Jenner all painted gold and stuff. That's his God right there. That's his idol.
Yo, so Bettina Israel, I want to read what she said real fast. Oops, I'm sorry.
It's going to be.
Bettina Israel, she said, to me, I don't want nothing to do with it because they have funny body odors, and to them, sexually or loving them is disgusting to me. Exclamation marks. You that a lot in what?
You get that a lot in Pensacola, Florida. Get them.
Oh man, hey, Florida. I'm gonna tell you now. This is a quote. Florida is one of the most racist states in America.
Florida's hell.
Florida's they got Make My Day Law. If y'all know what Make My Day Law is, basically if somebody comes into y'all home and attempts to like kill you or harm your family, then you can shoot them and kill them.
Your yard. Can shoot them.
Period. They come on your property, you can shoot them and kill them. Nothing will happen. But in Florida, they have that everywhere. So basically, if you're in the middle of a parking lot and you feel like you're being threatened by anybody and you got a gun on you, which is also legal, you can have guns on you in Florida in public without a license. You can get your ass killed right there, especially if you're a black man. Guess how many times we're labeled as threats? All the time. So that's what's going to be happening all the time in Florida. And actually, there's a story that I heard and read a couple months back. So basically, there was this man, right? This man, he was a black man. He got out of his car. This man was like giving him racial slurs. He was like, nigger, nigger this, nigger that. And so he was, he was pushing him. And so he pushed him back and he pulled out his whip while he was pushing him out. Well, he was pushing him back and he shot him and killed that man.
Florida is also the same state where Trayvon Martin got killed by George Zimmerman.
TBH, I only fetish dark-skinned women with dark lips.
Okay.
That's what's up, man.
If you like dark-skinned women, that's dope.
That's not a bad thing at all. That's a beautiful thing, actually. The black man, so sorry. They can't support themselves, so they get with the white woman. And hey, man.
That's another problem there.
You're right. But don't just point the finger. Black women is just as bad. Serena Williams. Who's Serena Williams with right now? She's with a white woman. Well, she's with a white man, but then on top of that, an article came out. She said, white men treat me better than black men do. That type of mentality right there shows you the oppressor got you right here on the ropes. So you can't just say it's a one-sided thing where it's just black men.
It's a two-way street. And I think because of Willie Lynch and because we've been trained to dislike each other as black men and black women, we've been taught that we shouldn't trust one another. The black man's been taken out of the home. The black woman has been masculinized, and the black men have been
effeminized,
emasculated and feminized. Now we don't trust each other, so we gotta trust massa.
We gotta depend on our president. See, sometimes what the black women will do is they will go back to the black man, but who are they depending on for their welfare checks? They're depending on the white man. But then on top of that, who are they depending on to look good with their hair textures? The Asians. They making their hair as straight as possible because there's a lot of self-hatred with that. So there's more mental, honestly, with the black woman than physical, which in reality is worse. You see what I'm saying? So we have to realize it's not just it's not just a one person thing. It's both of us. We have to take accountability, work with one another in order to keep pushing forward. And that goes for the Hispanics and Native Americans as well. We have a lot of self-hatred in our communities that's not being communicated properly because we too busy worrying about what masses doing, or too busy saying it's all about love, it's all about unity. Well, if that's the case, why aren't they treating us like we're united? We've been integrated for how long now? 60 years, 70 years?
About 60 or 50 years. So it's honestly only been 50 years.
So we've been integrated for about 50 years now. How much success have you seen within the black community in integration? I have not seen that much success personally.
We got less successful as we integrated and intertwined with American society.
Yeah, the Willie Lynch letter is real. In 1712, when William Lynch made that, it's still happening to this day. It's always been happening. The black woman despises the black man. they can never look at them in a form of light or royalty because of how they're portrayed in today's society. So instead, all black men ain't shit. It's the same thing with the black woman, though. We see the black woman as loud, rambunctious, don't know nothing, don't do nothing, lazy, has many different kids with many different men. So we create those stereotypes within one another. So instead, we're gonna be like, I'm gonna go a white girl, or if I can't get a white girl, I'm gonna pick a Latina. You know, I've heard that.
Don't get you a Tanisha. Don't get you a Tanisha. Get you a Tammy.
Yo, yeah, don't get you a.
Don't get you a Tyrone. Get you a Biff.
Or a Jim. Hey, white people stink. Their odor is out of this world. I love my men. All praises, man. It took me a long time to get white women out of my head, though. And the thing is, you know, it's real hard to get white women or white men out of your head because of how much we've been conditioned in our brains.
How much we're still being conditioned.
Yeah.
The standard of beauty in America is the white woman for the white man. Everywhere you go, they use white men and white women to advertise their products, to push everything they have. Like everything you see is geared towards loving your master. They don't put beautiful black hair, beautiful black women, beautiful black skinned brothers. They don't put that out there for us to look at.
Nah, unless it's like LeBron James holding a white woman like
like he's King Kong.
Yeah, like he's King Kong. If y'all seen that picture, you know, circulating online.
That's to demonize us.
Yeah, it says. She said, I read that book. And I let my 13-year-old daughter read it too. Yeah, see, that's an important key element to understand, especially at a young age, that you have been Willie lynched. And so you have to do the complete opposite of what that letter entails so you could be able to break the curses that are mentally enchained in our minds. That's the way you break generational curses. You have to do the complete opposite. The roles in the household have been reversed in society in today's time, especially within the black community. Black women don't understand what role they play. Black men don't understand what role they play. And we don't understand that. So guess what? There's a lot of confusion. So we end up trying to cope with different people because we don't know who we are.
Now, as far as like interracial marriage goes, and as far as like, can you love outside of your race? I mean, you can love outside of your race, but then who do you love? Do you love yourself?
Like YG said, man, who do you love? It's all
got a shot in that. All right, but anyway.
It's all in the commercials too. I had to stop watching TV. Hey man, I feel you, bro. I don't even watch cable. Like only if like I'm at somebody else's house and if there's football on, I'm like, bro, you gotta change the channel. Cause like I'm not even gonna like look at that stuff. Cause like the first and foremost, we have to realize the NFL hates us. Shit, even the NBA hates us. Everything hates us. The only people we can really depend on at this point is people in our communities. Blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, minorities all across the globe who are treated the exact same. If we don't understand how to come together and unite, we're gonna still keep being oppressed at these high rates. And that the only way we could be able to understand how to deal with one another is, first of all, we got to understand our history to understand our future. We have to understand economic freedom, like Dr. Boyce Watkins has talked about in the past. There's many things we have to understand, but we also have to understand this thing right here. Our true book.
And when it comes to economic freedom, marriage is an economic institution. Marriage is like a business deal. So when you out here, when you marry somebody, you're agreeing to the fact that whatever money you make in your lifetime, if you happen to die, they get that money. Period. So that money goes back into whatever community of the person you marry. So if you are a $1 million athlete or $1 million rapper, you make all this money, you marry a white woman, guess where your money's going to?
The white woman.
The white woman and her community.
Yo, and
she's going to continue to build up a community.
And then the funny thing is,
of you.
The white woman is so intelligent and so smart that if you die first, guess what happens? Because you have way more of a chance to die than her. Way more likely. So if you die first, guess where all that income goes after you get rich?
The white community.
Back to their community. Because she ain't going to give it to your children. She might give it to her children, but the majority of the income is going to stay with her, which means it's going to stay within the oppressor's hands.
The children is the saddest part, because even though your children are black, that doesn't mean they're going to identify as black.
Oh yeah,
she's going to raise them up in the mindset and the thought process of her society.
I know that me growing up and all the friends I knew who had a white mom and a black man, a black dad, Or in reverse, they don't understand which route to go. Because what you have to realize is you're already looked at in like a confused state of mind, because you realize that part of your family is white and part of your family is black. So you don't understand which path to go through. So, but most of the time, you're going to go with the more beneficial factor, which means which side are you going to go with?
What?
Period. The only time I always see them, they have white friends. You look on their Instagram, you look on their Facebook page, white everything. They want the oppressors.
All lives matter.
They want the oppressor's hands. Most of these people rather die than see someone else live better. I mean, they don't want to see us in a better situation, because guess what? When we start getting it together, when we start standing up for our communities, when we start doing what we need to be doing in our communities and start taking care of our children, not leaving, when we start being able to wait and have sex till marriage, start valuing our women, start valuing our men, when we start doing that, there's no stopping us. They don't want that. That's why they're pushing Blueface. That's why they're pushing Cardi B. That's why they're pushing Nicki Minaj.
YNW Melly.
Oh, yeah, YMW Melly, Kanye West. They want to push these things in front of our face to show you that there's not going to be change. We just have to work and cope with society as it is. We keep acting a certain type of way, we're going to end up a certain type of way like we are in today's society. So there's no stopping us.
Kanye West is the worst example of interracial marriage. Because as soon as he married Kim Kardashian, he literally went he lost his mind. And you can even look in like some of the videos he's doing now. That man's whole fate, he's dead behind those eyes.
George Bush doesn't like black people.
That's my president.
Hey, and then Kanye, the funny thing is George Bush, he has a Twitter. So he tweeted after he said that, after he said that, slavery was a choice and all that, George Bush ironically tweeted, this is called holding a grudge. He was like, Kanye West doesn't like black people. And he probably doesn't. That's the funny thing is, you see how he operates. He's so egotistical and at a certain mindset now to where he believes he's better than. There's no level. There's no bringing your people with you. He's just better than you. Now at this point, he's just like the human race. Well, you can't just worry about the human race when there's certain people in the human race being treated a certain type of way, being killed on the street, living in hoods, ghettos, and bad communities killing each other. There's no such thing as a human race when we're all being treated differently. Then where's the human race part? It doesn't make any sense.
When tigers go endangered, they're not worried about the house cat.
Let me ask you a question. So, hey, I want y'all to give y'all opinions on this too. Do y'all believe if Tiger Woods was cheating on a bunch of black women with a black wife, it would have made headlines to where it did today and ruined his career?
If Tiger Woods cheated on his black wife with a bunch of black women, would it have been so bad?
Would it have been so bad? Do you think people would have cared as much? Do you think people would have been like, hey, man, you're evil, you're terrible, you don't deserve to do golf anymore. Nah, you did that white woman dirty. You did your trophy wife bad.
Straight up. If Tiger Woods had a black wife going into all the majors and stuff, he would have never won one of them.
Listen.
It wouldn't have even mattered. It would have been a big thing on Bossip.
Listen, hey, shout out to Russell Wilson. You kind of weird, but shout out to Russell Wilson.
Russell Wilson, the only nigga to get on and leave his white woman for a black woman.
Period. Russell
Wilson.
One. Hey, I don't like the NFL, but I like you, Russell, just for that. If you didn't do that, I would hate you, because you definitely seem the type to. You're like,
and he taking care of another man's kids.
But you seem like the type to where you would do that, though. He seemed like the type to where he would be like, I want a white wife. He acts like it.
He not. Oh, definitely. He definitely seems like the guy. He got one of those I like white women hairlines. But
no.
What up, Kal-El?
Shalom, Most High Christ bless, David. If I believe that there were a clone, I would think Kanye West was replaced.
Nah, Kanye West has a white man living inside of his body. Pause.
Have y'all ever seen the movie Get Out? You understand that joke?
Yeah, I think Kim Kardashian's dad is actually inside of Kanye West. If I'm being 100%, if I'm being 100% honest with you, that's not the Kanye we grew up with was the prettiest people do the ugliest things. Single black female addicted to retail. This Kanye West is God bless America, land that I love. It's super weird.
Yeah, man. We just have to understand, as people in our communities, that first and foremost, we have to love each other before we care about any other community.
Black love is revolutionary.
Black love is revolutionary. Hispanic love is revolutionary. What other?
Indigenous love.
Indigenous love is revolution.
And like, if you look in this is the thing. When you look at the black community, the black man and the black woman don't never join together. But in the Hispanic community, they stay together. The Hispanic man, the Mexican man will leave his country, come to America, work 3 jobs, extra hard,
4,
send money back to his wife, then smuggle his kids and his wife back into the country. They might not even like each other. They might spend 3 years apart and still stay in the same house, put their money together, and do it for the kids, even though they don't like each other.
Period. And we have to realize we got to take that as an example, especially in our communities, because they definitely understand how to stay united. They got their own issues, like, white Mary and white Jesus and really into idolatry. But the thing is they do have a sense of unity that we'll never understand. They have a sense of economic freedom to where they could depend on themselves undocumented or documented and still be able to thrive. What we have voice. We're able to express opinion. We're able to actually have passion towards what we believe in and create actual systematic change when we really work together. What Native Americans have that we both don't have is land. They're able to capture and have a lot of land because of how they were treated within America. So you put those 3 things together: land, economic freedom, and voice. What do you have?
A community?
A common unity.
But you heard what we have to say on the subject, and that's dope. We should get how God,
get the Biblios,
the black God,
get the Biblios,
and his son,
get the Biblios,
Jesus, black Jesus, not the weird white guy y'all be bowing down to. Let's see what he has to say. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse 2. And when the Lord thy God shall deliver them before thee, thou shalt smite them and utterly destroy them. Thou shalt make no covenant with them, nor show mercy unto them. Neither shalt thou make marriages with them. Thy daughter thou shalt not give unto his son, nor his daughter shalt thou take unto thy son.
What?
Thy daughter thou shalt not give unto his son, nor his daughter shalt thou take unto thy son.
Okay.
For they will turn away thy son from following me, that they may serve other gods. So will the anger of the Lord be kindled against you and destroy thee suddenly.
Oh, okay.
So when we out here and we're dealing with people who aren't black, Hispanic, and Native American, and we're going into other people's cultures, anybody who's had been in a relationship understands that you'll do whatever for that other person. You'll take on their gods. You'll do their custom. If you've ever dated a Jewish person, you'll be like, oh, you doing Hanukkah.
Period.
You ever dated a Hindu person? You're like, oh, we bowing down to Vishnu now.
Period.
That's how we getting down.
Oh, Buddha? Hey, I meditate, baby.
Yeah, I can walk the 8 paths.
Period.
Nothing wrong with that.
Hey, let's get to Nirvana together.
There
we are now. Entertainment.
That was a great reference.
No, that's legitimately what it is.
That was straight over people's heads. I love it.
Yeah.
All right. One more scripture. It's going to take a little explaining from you.
We'll do it then, brother.
This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 26 and verse 19.
Yahweh.
Whoa. My son, keep the flower of thine age, and give not thy strength to strangers.
Blacks, voice. Hispanics, economic unity. Native Americans, land.
B plus H plus N equals a kingdom.
I'm about to copy and paste that shit.
Hey, Kellel, he stole that from you. You need to bro, I told you need to write that down and put it with one of your drawings.
Yo, that is the coldest thing to me. Hold on, I'm about to definitely copy and paste that. I'm about to tweet that right now. Keep reading.
This is ignorant.
Keep going.
Verse 20. When thou hast gotten a fruitful possession through all the fields, sow it with thine own seed, trusting in the goodness of thy stock. Well, he posts on Twitter. So basically what it's saying is, this is talking about to the black man. Once you found a good woman of your people, a black or Hispanic or Native American woman, what are y'all talking about? EQ side. We're talking about black, Hispanic, and Native Americans loving each other.
You better love your people, Angel, before I get mad, all right?
Angel, you like white women?
All right, keep reading. Let him answer.
Verse 21. So thy race which thou leavest shall be magnified, having the confidence of their good descent. So God wants us to stay within ourselves. He wants us to build up our community and love one another. He doesn't want us to go to the other nations and, have sex with them and create babies with them. He wants us to be genetically superior. I know it sounds weird, but this is the Bible.
We are genetically superior. Who's the fastest runners y'all know? Who's the best dancers? Who's the hardest workers?
Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans dominate all sports.
Bows and arrows. Who's good at that? Who's good at horseback riding?
Bo Jackson.
Period.
Bo Jackson.
Native Americans.
I think Bo Jackson might be Native American.
Bo Jackson is Bo Jackson. Period.
Bo knows.
Keep reading. Actually, I'm in love with Travis Scott.
Yeah,
that's it. Not wise. But nah, man. Travis Scott loves Kylie Jenner, which is his god.
If Angel is attracted to Travis Scott, that's his thing.
I don't think he's like. I don't know, Angel. I don't know, Angel. I'm not confused. You just confused the hell out of me with that.
That was funny. That's all I got of that shit. But yeah, so girls. So we as black men and Hispanic men and Native American men need to start loving black women, Hispanic women, and Native American women. Black love is revolutionary. If you want to love somebody, love the sister that looks just like you. Build up your community. Keep wealth in your community. That's actually that's how Asian people and Indian people and Jewish people, Europeans, when they come to this country, they kick it with one another. They build up their own little parts of the city. They build it up to where other people come in and buy from them. They keep their money and their community extra hard. They marry one another's cousins. They be like, oh, yeah, this is my cousin. Come marry him.
I was having a conversation with the Ethiopian. They was like, yo, I'll mess with a lot of guys. But my daddy told me to marry Ethiopian. If we said that, if the black community said that,
you're racist.
You're right. You don't love everybody. God loves that. See, but when it comes to different cultures, because people's other cultures are respected when they have their own land and own communities, they're looked at as, oh, that's smart. Yeah, culture. I'm not gonna disrespect their culture. You know, if an Asian dad was like, hey, you better marry Asian man, you better marry Asian woman or Asian man. Guess what they're gonna do? They're gonna do that, and then nobody's gonna look at them as racist because that's their natural culture. Even if your white man was like, "Hey, make sure you marry another white woman, or make sure you stay," with our people.
They don't even gotta say that. They'd be like, you know what you better bring home. Yeah. Most white women know that once they bring a black man home, it's gonna get weird. They understand that Thanksgiving dinner is gonna be super weird because their dad gonna be talking about Trump, and whoever they bring is gonna be talking about
God bless America.
Whatever black people talk about.
I mean, when I'm around white people, I talk about hey, so let's golf and NASCAR, right?
Really?
No.
I was like, you don't watch NASCAR.
I don't know nothing about NASCAR. I know there's trucker hats and red cars.
Red cars.
But hey guys, what we have to realize, man, is black unity is important, black family is important, Hispanic family is important, Native American family is important. We have to understand and know our history, understand ourselves, keep pushing forward. If we don't keep pushing forward, we're going to end up being pushed down, and we're going to be back on our knees, bowing down to master. We got to stop that, man. So, but hey, this is about to be a 30-minute long video. I just wanted to come back. Hey, man, we're going to figure out the schedule. I'm going to give y'all a schedule. I love dealing with all of you guys, but we're going to get out of here. We got some things to worry about, and we're about to eat some food. So, I'll talk to y'all later. Power to the people. Want to add anything, black man? I guess he doesn't want to add anything. So, all right, guys.
Remember, many are called, but few are chosen.
Nice. Goodbye. Boop. I forgot to do my boop.
That's my favorite part. Many are